Hello and welcome to the latest in our series of Advent reflections for 2025. Today's for Monday the 15th of December concerns Joseph and is the first of a series of two concerning Joseph. Today we shall look at some scriptures contained in Matthew chapter 1 verses 1 and 16 and Luke chapter 2 verses 1 to 5. And I invite you to pause the video at this point and read those verses for yourself. That's Matthew 1, 1 and 16 and Luke 2 verses 1 to 5. Now you may be wondering, why on earth would anyone want to read a genealogy? Well, Matthew, typically Jewish, is concerned about people, who they're descended from, who their ancestors were. And just to illustrate that this is no mere first century thing, I'd like to illustrate this with something I'm going to pull up in a moment. You see this? This is just something that three of my cousins put together in 1998, and indeed for a few years before that. This represents a genealogy for our family going back to the middle of the 19th century. Yes, it contains some photographs and some reminiscences as well, but it is very much a sense of family history. And that is as important to Jewish people then as it is today. So what I'd like to say is Joseph is an interesting person. You would think, coming from the line of King David, that he would be some incredibly impressive person, that he would be living in a palace, that God would choose to have his son born into such royalty. No. What God does is he picks on Joseph, a man who apparently his branch of the family is not doing so well at this point. He's a carpenter. He's not even someone who's involved in organised religion. He's not, say, like John the Baptist's father, Zechariah, who was someone who worked in the priesthood as someone who served in the temple, to whom the angel appeared in the temple itself as he was offering to God on behalf of the people. No, Joseph is an ordinary carpenter. He makes tables and chairs for folk. He makes simple designs for what we don't know. But he's a righteous man. He is a man that God entrusts with the care of the upbringing of his very son, Jesus. Now, doesn't that make you want to stop and think? If a man like Joseph, yes, with a royal lineage, but certainly not a royal position, can be entrusted with the very bringing up of the Son of God by the Father himself, then who are we to say, oh, I'm only a housewife, oh, I'm only a pensioner? Who knows what God may entrust us with? And so my thought for the day really is, think of Joseph, this ordinary man who was entrusted by God to be the provider for and the person who instilled values into the infant Jesus. This was the man whose example he followed. He knew his own father, God himself, but he also gave respect and honour to his earthly father, Joseph. Do you think God would have given that to just anyone? And yet that's what he did. And that's what he does with you and I today. So, if you think you're just a housewife or just a pensioner, Just think what God could do with you. Have a good day. And remember, God may have something really special for you.